voice in our ears, but the more we race the sound of its tone. There's jumping on this, feeling our backs, tearing, chewing, we can hold the power and love's what we're doing it for.
Welcome back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 23 of our Legendary Greasus Goldtooth Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are finally back after I had burned the absolute mess out of my hand making some chicken nuggets for the little wizard. Very clever I am. Anyway, the Dolgan have come on in to try to take down the challenge stone from us, and chances are they are going to succeed, but we are going to try to take down as many of them as we can. We don't have a lot of armor piercing on our side, and they've got these nasty Marauder champions. Thankfully, they are the variant that doesn't have shields. They've only got one of those, so not as much armor and, well, same amount of armor, not as much melee defense as the other variant. We've got to let them kind of get into combat with all of our Noblars who don't matter as much, then charge into them with the Ogre Bowls and try to get as many charges as we can. We will soon see. Battle for the Challenge Stone begins. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to try to pull back into probably this position here. They will still be able to flank around from one side, but it's a much smaller area for them to attack through. And we can set up some nasty Noblar traps. We'll have the normal Noblars. We'll have a couple of you rotated a little bit. We want as many of the Chaos Warriors to kind of surround the group as we can. Not necessarily meaning we're going to be able to do that, but that's the plan. Boss Noblars behind them, and then we will have you two up front trying to stop those skirmish cavalry from doing too much damage. They're more likely to stand there and shoot at those boys than charge on in or retreat. I have all of our ogres up in the corner, ready to get moving. Very, very important Iron Guts. Alright, that's about all of the preparation we can make here. So Noblars all in a unit. Guard mode so they don't go anywhere, and then Ogre Bowls, let's get it. Here come the skirmish cav, which is exactly what we want to see. So you lot move forward because they are unlikely to retreat from them. You'll be able to do a lot of damage to those skirmish cav. As the meteorites float away in the background, I guess we have fallen into the chaos waste without even knowing it. Alright, so let's go after this group of Marauder Horsemen. They have spotted them. See if we can't convince them to flee. Of course, Masters. They're going to throw some stuff back at us, but that's a lot of wasted javelins. I don't mind absorbing with this group. They just charge these Horse Masters. They're not going to flee. In fact, if they're not going to run, send in the Ogres. Guys, keep getting your damage where you can. A very bold and interesting strategy from the Horse Masters. I just kill quite a few of them. Keep chopping them up. I guess they're going to flee for a moment. We'll switch targets then. Throwing wrenches and odd bits and bobs. Sharp rusty bits of spikes. Guarantee you don't want to get hit with any of those. Oh, they are all starting to pull back now. The Horse Masters are gone. But they've got enough units that they'll come back. A little bit more damage as they flee. Keep the Scrappers up on top of the hill. Yeah, it's so far a good first engagement, but it's far from over. Ogre Bowls, you guys get back behind the line. And here come those reinforcements. We'll speed it along as they come towards us. It's like those Horse Masters want to try things again. Works for me. Big dummies. Know where hidden units are revealed. What was us? Enjoy the caltrops. Speaking of, it'd be great to see Caltrops. Was that a flying pickaxe? Just whatever tools they can find. That's a bad day to be a horse master. They're broken. Send more. The skin wolves are coming next. I guess the Norskins don't have the same smarts some of the other factions do. We've seen quite a bit of cleverness out of at least a couple of the other factions, where you set up and they slowly come towards you instead of sending all their speedy guys forward to die like this. Much more like the Battle of Winterfell. You guys wide because we want to use them to get rid of the Marauder Horsemen, and you should not be fighting normal lads at all if we can help it. Sit in the Iron Guts to try to take down the heroes. They threw stuff and then just ran for the hills. Get a charge on them. Go ahead and slow the rest of this group down. That way they're not reinforcing nearly as quickly. And just send the ogres in. Where are these guys at? Disrupt these horsemen. Yeah, they're taking a lot of damage from the Noblars. Well done, lads. Stop these guys cold, and we'll just send in all of the ogres. Overwhelm them with sheer numbers. They're ripping up the Noblar, something fierce. Send in a couple more ogres to help out with these groups of elite heroes. Now we watch ogres versus werewolves. We've got a couple of them already fallen. They do have a bonus versus large, so overwhelming force is what we really need to go for here. Bring the Noblars in, so we can deal with the shivs in the back. Lack of fire damage is a bit sad. Oh, we're losing ogres in droves here. Alright, here comes everyone else. Bring the Iron Guts back. Reposition. Pull the ogres back. In fact, pull all of the ogres back if we can. Block come up the side. Have more Noblars trying to fill in the gaps here. Chuck that at the Noblar Berserkers. Hopefully we have the gas to finish this. You guys go wide. Fucking real wide. Ogre Bulls fall back just a little bit there. Those Noblars catch them. You guys come back in after they've been charged. Trappers back into combat. These Marauders in the back line will smash all of their really weak units and use that to try to roll the rest. You get those Skin Wolves. Our Marauder champions back there as well, so we want to try to keep charging in and out. Those shivs a-whirling. All of these ogres need to go ahead and fall back, except for, what is it, this unit here? Everyone else retreat. We need to convince them to get all fighting in this area here. Use that weight to fall back. Go through the enemy lines there. It's not wasting any of this. Oh, we're losing Noblars pretty quickly here. Oh no. Go after Karen. Just got the elite units to beat us. Charge these Marauder Berserkers instead of what we were currently going after. You guys charge on in. It's a clear charge on this group of shaken Marauders. We'll try as we might. We're losing lots of Noblars. Come on back in here. Keep fighting. The healing potential of the werewolves is a bit unfortunate. Bring those Ogre Bulls back out. These ogres back so they can get another charge. Any of the smaller units we break will give us some heals in the long run here. Are the lords back? You guys just move forward and get involved with these. Marauder champions. We want the Noblars fighting first. Go past. If I hit these Marauder hunters in the back line, we don't really stand a chance here, unfortunately. surround and destroy a couple of their heroes then. Since those champions are going to be way too much for us. They're starting to break. We're going to take down a few of the heroes here. That would have been awesome. Y'all are back, which is great, but they're so far away from each other, they're not going to be all that useful. We'll try to go for those isolated marauders. You guys come on in and hit the berserkers. They don't have much armor. Also, we should probably just slow some of these guys down. Out to your little knives and whoever you can. We've got a hero that's weakened in the back, but I don't know if we can get anyone through. One charge bonus should be enough to break it, though. As long as we're lucky. Come on, Noblar's back in. I believe in you. You marauders are brave. Strike the challenge stone while our backs are turned. Greasus is a place in the pot for you. Alright, we're getting broken across the board here. We'll go ahead and speed things along. We'll just keep sending lads in so they keep getting their charge bonus as long as we're able to, and a valiant defeat. Well, after having a talk with our manager, I guess we lose the settlement. Greasus' ambush was foiled. Fair enough. We are going to have to turn around and sacrifice the granite spikes, which is concerning. This army has had its minds muddled. Declaring war on village is exactly what we wanted to do, but the fact that he's just staying over here in the Valerie means that we are going to have to turn around and deal with... We're going to have to deal with Karen now. Which, I guarantee we move over here to the challenge stone and they just move inward. So what we need to do is, where's our army that's moving up towards the north here with us? Find my forces. We already
Ogre tyrant.
Now Kevin's coming on up to help. Perfect. I was going to send him out this way though, wasn't I? See, now I have two armies there. We'll instead go up through the north. That way we can have Greasus actually focus down Village's army. It'll be a little while before he gets up there. Well, Zhao Ming would likely desire war with us. I think they have too many problems to actually start anything. Especially something they won't be able to finish. The Dragon's Teeth are going to be a lot of extra income. Go ahead and grab that there.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Rug will bring you towards the edge of Pigbarter. Oh, there's Muriel. He's got some grand cannons. One of the most accurate of all of the artillery pieces. So Rug, we'll just have you go into ambush right outside of Pigbarter. We'll just act like we're not here. No Doblars here. We'll upgrade the spy trading post over into that position. Either way Muriel goes, we will then seal off the escape. Works, that works. Locked in dire combat with high elves. Alright, Gad. I like where you're at. You might send the butcher out to take down Liku Moisha, but how much? Not a good chance to succeed. Is the butcher that useful, though? Oh, you failed. He would be useful if you would have succeeded. I'm gonna leave you there, Gad. Quit bothering me. See if anyone wants to trade, though.
The Gore Queen.
All of these things, and no one wants to buy them.
Marauders all.
He wants peace now. Guarantee you he will sue for it once we have ended the turn here. Back up to homeboy Greasus. And let's finish off the Dolgan. Okay, so Rugs, oh good. The will of HASHUT. Yeah, so this is exactly what I was kind of fearing. Dark Father's will is made manifest. His servants must unite to exterminate the weakling races of the world, to exploit their meager resources, and to expand the borders of the Darklands. Zealous and cruel, the lords of Zarnagrund seize their opportunity to dominate the world. This destructive march of the Chaos Dwarf industry must be stopped before it leads to ruination for all. We're about to lose all of our allies here. It begins. Oh, so that's just the end? We had no warning whatsoever. Oh, nightmare. Looks like we do retain our alliance with the Dawizar that we were already friends with. But the overlords of Zarduk have risen up to take over. Oh no. What bad timing. Wah fails. We can't see what any of these armies are. Yeah, the overlords did take over of the servants of the Conclave. But now mission has been issued for our ultimate campaign victory. Defeating Azanagrund, the Veil of Woe and Falls of Doom. So we shall swivel to a victory against Gorth the Cruel here. Nightmare. Exactly. So they are likely to turn and start attacking our camps immediately. What are these then? Drill sites? Chaosdorf Invasion Tunnel. Can be entered to travel directly to the Darklands from Cathay. Okay, so that's going to be like these are like teleporters that have appeared all over the place. Hopefully then they try to go through their own little mining tunnels instead of coming after us. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Black Fang, you're in a really bad place. Kieran absolutely ran away. Kieran ran away and Village came over this way. Thank you for being fun, AI. What we'll do then is ignore the settlements that are about to get smashed.
Widen the doorways.
We'll have to sign a peace treaty with these idiots.
My warhounds haven't seen
Peace treaty, you give me all your gold. We have to be aware that they are going to 100% turn on us as soon as they can. But instead, now we have to focus on what's going on outside the walls here. Evan, you keep moving. I'm so glad we get to keep our Dreadquake. We're going to get to unleash that on the other Dawizar. So for contracts, we have Ore Mountains, living Dringo Rakas, Squash and Harek, or getting some scaly meat. Man, I try not to get any scaly meat. That seems like a bad time. Taking down Harek Red Axe. That would give us a lot of extra gold. We'll send a hero down that way. Squash him. Where's our butcher that didn't do very much last time? Raw teeth. We've got assassination target for you. Where is he located again? In here somewhere. Get exploring. Muriel has moved now towards Longstrider. Can we deal with you with a quick and simple auto-resolve? That would be just fantastic. See, maybe. Let's go ahead and Banner of Swiftness on the spellcaster there. We just lose some Noblars. I mean, we've just got some dragons across the field from us, so Noblars, you are a worthy sacrifice. We'll take the gold. Audacious. The audacity of sacrificing our Noblars for greater good.
Do what I say.
And Camp Kids, we'll have you come on over to Pig Barter, back into maximum replenishment. We just replace those Noblar Trappers into the exact same rank.
Consume.
And now with that destruction, we need to start taking some lands from the High Elves while also making moves towards the Gates of Zar here. So let's bring Gad towards the Sentinels. Should still have the really maximized global recruitment, so we can grab some Rappa cavalry here. Currently, we've just got the Mornfang Cav with great weapons. Well, let's grab some Crushers with great weapons. That was 500 apiece in upkeep. Money well spent.
Tyrant of the
Big Barter could absolutely use a Muck Trench.
Tyrant. Get it done.
More muck we throw in it. We'll trenchy it becomes. Raft Master onto Quartermaster. Love the upkeep reductions.
Want everything.
If I can remember to use the eruptions, this will get our spellcasters out of combat in a hurry. We'll go for scouting as well, so we continue to pick up more goodies. Which I have definitely been remembering to pass out. Don't like the Forbidden Rod. Can we combine this with another? Psych. Nope, we absolutely can't. Combine up a Gut Maw and a Maw and Armor of Fortune. A Fistful of Laurels, which is your Horn of Corn and a one-time activated ability. That's pretty solid. Where is our... one of our tyrants?
Do what I say.
Demon Killer Stars. He's already got the Fistful of Laurels. That works.
The
And you can have one as well. Lucky you. Healing. And Jet gives you some spell resistance. Let's go for protection. And then you can have a Relic Sword. You extra goodies. We have been neglecting our ancillaries for the most part. Can we get any more heroes? We can have 2 more Camp Tyrants and 2 more Hunters. Hunters are fantastic. So let's recruit one up here at the Great Hall, or I guess at our Grimtop camp here, because it's like they are.
Tyrant of the
At least we get them for the highest rank. They're rank 1. Okay. We've got Grout Big Daddy here. All of them have jabbed horns at the side of their head, which just looks horribly painful. He's rough and tough. Snaggle the Fleet-Footed or Grout the Big Daddy. Let's get rough and tough. Extra armor on the big Mournfang or the big Stonehorn would be awesome. You could kind of stay here again if we need an army on the fly. Stuff. Dirtle around a little bit here. Let's go ahead and grab more upgrades at this camp. Camp growth.
Find me.
We can upgrade the camp itself and then come on in and grab the Gutstone. Perhaps. Or just upkeep production for everyone in the area. Let's grab Gluttony. Help us fight against Village here. Is there any other peace treaties we can likely sign? Maybe with the Cool. Convince them to turn on their masters. Wouldn't mind signing a peace treaty with Emmerich, but after we claim some land from him. Before I make that call, though, who is willing to
Stop.
deal with Greasus?
Wake.
You are willing to sign a peace treaty. Is this part of the Pig Barter settlement? Because if so, I'm going to claim that, and then we'll go ahead and sign peace.
Far beneath an archmage.
We would have to crack through. Not that many defenders. No problem. Peace soon there, Elfling.
You're a problem. Problems go into my gut.
Before he becomes a piece of beef jerky, he wants to sign a peace treaty for 5,000. That is quite tempting. We are dealing with the world-ending threat that is the Overlords of Zarduk. But it does look like they've kind of jumped all over the map. So maybe that has diminished their scariness by a little bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the peace treaty, just because you're offering so much gold. And the Overlords of Zarduk have immediately hit Black Fang. So this army isn't the most terrifying. It does have some Infernal Guard. A Kadai Destroyer, which is going to be a definite issue. But if we get several of our cannons firing on that at once, it's a huge target. It's going to have a hard time dodging anything, and we should be able to bring it down relatively quickly. We have no chance here. We're going to give this one to the auto-resolve. This is a good bit of information to have. Oh man, they've hit 2 settlements at once. This one is also not too terrifying on its own, so I think we can should be able to beat this back once we get our armies up here.
We'll show who's boss.
The problem also comes in there's multiple of them at once, huh? Youch. Alright, well, let's spend a little bit of our gold stealing tech from Mingzhu here. I think it failed. But of course you did.
There's no gap.
Why just turn and run? You can't really sit outside the settlement very well.
Bring me
They've got
something.
muddled mines. What a waste of a spell.
Ek-Uti.
We thought they disappeared, it's just because we couldn't see them. They're about to knock over the Firemouth camp as well. Yeah,
Make sure I don't die.
it's been great to have been warned by the AI what was happening. That they did, we completely missed it, but I'm going to
All mine.
definitely retain the building there. Zeus is why you check.
Move! Don't argue.
We will move up, go into an ambush stance here next to Crud.
Time for a surprise feast.
Then we will go ahead and just add in that building again, even though we wasted the turn taking it out. Now this is on the front lines.
In charge.
We get attacked by Gorth from up here in the north. But they can't quite reach us.
Let's
Grab the healing at Camp Pot. Help keep our spellcasters and lords alive. Sweet. Peace with Emmerich means we can get real aggressive towards Gorth. Just come up in normal stance. Don't see any armies over here.
Strike through the
Doesn't mean they're not there, so I'll come up a little bit, but not fully. Getting this army knocked out on the fly would be pretty awful.
Biggest gut in the land.
Even though I want to send this army through, we kind of have to stay here and keep an eye on Emmerich. We're improving quite quickly because we're at war with the intern crisis, the end times, but Herb Tent here sounds awesome. And then just more gold. More gold wherever possible.
The ultimate.
It's definitely time to get another army. Well, I think it would be far too expensive just based on the eliteness of the troops here. Leave them in the Grimtalk camp for now, because I would not like to. Gorth is going to start systematically wiping out our settlements. What we need to do spend one turn taking attrition if we have to. Go into the ambush stance, try to lure Village out. We can take him down, we can move back down south quickly, deal with Gorth. We're about to lose a lot of our northern settlements. Let's get some of these camps upgraded. Traders' huts are not all that worthwhile because we don't have the recruitable units there. Well, we could make our troops cheaper. Let's do so here at the Grimtalk camps. It's got so many elite units there. And everything else will save towards trade resources and the like. Don't apparently have any needed. Alright, fair enough. Pull you out to the edge of Big Barter there, because I'd like to send him through even if we have to trespass. We can go right through this drill tunnel here and pop out and attack Zarnagrund directly. Everyone loves some surprise ogres, guaranteed. Rough? You come on out and join Gad.
Waste of my time.
No waste of your time. As far as butchers go, though, we'll go ahead and... Is this the one that we have trying to steal technology? Indeed, so we'll make sure you were better at stealing technology. And we did manage to get an ambush. I think we're going to lose. They've got a fair few of Dawizar warriors, but they're all quite slow. Infernal Guard are dangerous, but we have the Iron Blasters to deal with them from a distance, so as long as we keep these Bale Tauruses at bay, should be in pretty good shape, so... Alright, quick jump cut. Smallest cat, Mochi came barely get it, knocked a bunch of stuff over, which was quite loud. So let's get to the ambush of Sira Mahotar. The fact that this is an ambush means we get first shots with our artillery, and hopefully that's going to be enough. Let's grab the Rag Banner on our Noblars there. Keep them fighting for much longer. Your doom approaches there, Sarah. Alright. So the Dawizar have a good opportunity to do a lot of damage if they manage to break free from their initial stupor here. Let's go ahead and put this gigantic cannon on this portion of the hill. And you right here. Make sure we have a line of sight, because I'm not trying to immediately miss most of our targets here. Could rotate this so it's blasting into the Dawizar as well. Throw the Dreadquake mortar slightly behind. If anyone wants to try to close the gap, the Choo Choo of Doom can give them a Love Tap of Doom. Noblar Scrap Launcher just behind, so it can actually launch over the tops of things. Perfect. You can have both of the Snow Horns up being our initial front line. They are going to get laser beamed. Maybe pull them back ever so slightly. Have the Boglars up front. Let them be the initial front line. I have a fair suspicion they're also just going to turn and run immediately. Keep the Man-Eaters in the back. Their job dealing with Bale Taurus that get a little bit brave. Firebelly is going to be a little bit less useful here than normal just because of the lineup that the Dawizar are mostly fire resistant. More cannons. These guys are probably a good idea to keep them back a little ways. That way we can make sure the Bale Taurus are fighting others. They're going to be very, very priority targets for the enemy here.
The undefeated ruler.
And if I can get the Iron Sworn to waste their shots on the Saber Tusks, that's going to be the play. I do need my Noblars more than I need my Battle Cats. Before we start the battle, we will definitely come on in and take a look at our Dreadquake mortar. A little bit closer. Speedy units can go with the Snowhorn, and then we'll have everyone else in the squad. Perfect. Got Thomas the Pain Train manned by ogres. So we had holy union of the short little angry lads and the big angry lads. Oh, he looks like he's not working with his own free will in mind. Nice brand for the Chaos Dwarf. He's the one that is just in charge of reloading the gigantic mine launcher. I'm also going to keep you kind of nearby. That way you can perhaps also keep the Infernal Iron Sworn busy. Maybe instead we use our Saber Tusks a bit more clever to deal with the Die Fireborn and things. Let's get it going. Iron Blaster, you focus this group of Bull Centaur renders. You get the other. Mortar away. You can't slow-mo it, but what's gonna happen? Oh, dead. Not a dead center shot, but the damage. Are they just gonna try to run? That's a bold strategy. One I wasn't exactly expecting. Cannon fire away. Let's have them focusing down Sarah here. They're just gonna run. Fair enough. The laser cannons are going off. Go ahead and see if you can't go through and deal with them. They charge the Snowhorn. Give it some extra defense. By the time they land, they're dooming themselves. Extra melee attack for everyone around here. You turn around and just clobber this fool. Our Firebelly can give some extra defense to whoever's fighting. It's like Hunter really needs it. Now the Lions are making it. Let's have the mortars fire down on the Infernal Iron Guard. That's exactly what those guys are called. Alright, Cannon. You fall back a bit. Turn these lads around and have them throw their little javelins whoever they can. Even more melee attack. No reason to go for the explosion. That'll hurt more of our lads than theirs. Iron Blaster's doing the Maul's work. You come on away. Let's run over these Chorf Warriors. Yeah, a few of them just decided to run. Their best bets are just to flee for the hills.
Biggest in the tribe.
Shots in here. You lot turn, because we're going to start firing on our own units if we're not careful. Launch those scrap launcher rounds with the fire glaives. We've already lost a fair deal of our Saber Tusks. All's fair. Everyone left. Let's deal with this poor idiot. don't mean you. Fall back. Ulawatu indeed. They started a rampage, which is not great. Chuck those javelins if he can. Just a huge blob of nonsense. Iron Blaster, you come on back here as well. Let the big boys do the work. Die versus the overwhelming swarm of ogres. Look at these weapons here. Swinging around an entire city block. Oh, that's gonna be some friendly fire. Okay, you need to relax. The damage. Awesome battle, though. The enemy flee for the hills. All they've got left are the Kadai Fireborn. Let's make sure you are not shooting at anyone important. It's good grief, that's a lot of damage. Finish off these Fireborn here. Beautiful. Just the pinnacle of what artillery is supposed to be. We're going to continue to round up as many of these Dwarf Warriors as we can, and I'll catch you all in a moment. And a decisive victory, even if it wasn't the cleanest battle, it was a whole bunch of fun. 164 kills going down to the Dreadquake Mortar. It does seem like the Dawizar suffer even more than other factions against their own creations. Go ahead and ransom these guys, though, for more monies. And Kevin has become a assault expert. Because of course he has. Go ahead and send our hero here through the portal. Reverse. This will give us eyes on Zardagrund. A little bit faster there. Got a few armies left, but now we are going to be aggressively taking some land back.
Ogre tyrant.
Evan. I don't think the impressive wealth gives you any more health. Will do is just make your lads a bit better. Trained beasts. We'll go for the continuous volley.
All mine.
Flamestorm could be pretty awesome. First, let's make sure the ward saves maxed out, and then we'll turn around and grab the kind of more random damage spell. Put in for the Gut Crusher, who now I guess can change his name. Now we like Gut Crusher because it's better than just taking out rats. Let's keep it in the area anyway. Rot Teeth will give you Specialist. Have you finish off assisted here with a quick auto resolve. Who do we lose our Boglars? You're joking. What if we increase the pre-battle feast? We still lose the Boglars? What if we give them more armor piercing? Still lose the Boglars. Maybe the Bull Standard will help you all win. No. Alright, so another set of armor, or a little bit of target practice against the Overlords of Zarduk. Let it begin. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set up on the hillsides with the cannons then, that way we're not wasting our range advantage here. Here. Scrap Launcher can be a little bit more forward, and then the Iron Demon can be pretty much wherever it wants. The Saber Tusks ready to engage Wolf Riders that are left. Can't deploy them Vanguard yet, but that can change with a single skill point. We'll have the Noblars this time set up right on the edge of this bit of water. Boglars get heals. The other Noblars can just slow the enemy down and let our artillery rain hell upon them. Lead Belchers on this hillside, so we'll move them up. Battle gets going, and we'll have the Snowhorn and the other Snowhorn defending them. Eaters. You have to keep in mind they have flyers that'll likely just come past and bypass our lines and land on our artillery pieces, which will make me sad. I'll spread out to disrupt their Bale Taurus formation. All these guys all infantry. EDs. One here since they're single entities.
Hungry.
And let's destroy them. Give you your first target being these poor Infernal Guard. They are the most elite after all. Doom is upon you. Oh, you missed. That wasn't a good shot at all. As soon as you fools are in range, it's game over. Let's move the cannons up to where I want them. Have these guys just have to look in front of them a little ways. No horn, stone horn. Move up to help those Noblars. Same thing with the Tyrant. Let's move it on over nicely. Nukes are crashing down in enemy lines. Nukes and rusty bits of metal. Chucking at these wolf raiders. They think themselves brave. Right, charge these clowns. Just destroying them with artillery. So we're gonna come on in and charge these guys, force them into stay in position. Hail Taurus is blasting lads apart with breath spells. That's just fine. Heal the Infernal Guard, and we can go for the piercing bolts of burning with this group of wolf raiders. Ouch. Iron Guts got smacked. Give them a bit of extra armor there. Got our most important guys in the back. Bring them up. Have them help out who they can. Cannons firing on these Bull Centaur Renders are going to be entirely necessary. Cross through the line here. Have the artillery deal with fire glaives. Impossible to force them to stay in position at all. Move in. A little bit closer and drop off the extra melee attack. That way we can easily beat down those renders there, who are now fleeing for their lives. Go. We did lose a fair few of our Iron Guts because renders are horrifying and we kept our man-eaters a little ways back. Keep them up and be a bit more aggressive with them in the future. We will hunt the rest of these poor fools down with our artillery. Catch you in a moment. Alright, we'll take the win, and we will take the extra gold. Yes, please. We've got just the one army here, Ermitaz, which is filled with simple hobgoblins, which will be just slain in the hundreds by our artillery. We'll have you switch up into the ambush stance, come all the way down to this choke point. Finish off whatever fools come through there, no problem. Give you a bit more health. Let's instead go ahead and get the richly rewarded to give all of our ogres and noblars a bit more armor. Work towards stand your ground and then go down his blue line.
Leader of the tribe.
For the movie boy. Final point into the blessing of the volcano god. And hopefully we get more foolish Gale Storms thinking they can
Slaughter master.
handle all warriors.
Princess
Hide a little bit then,
Follow
because I don't want to get jumped by multiple armies at once. I want to be the one engaging, taking our fights here. Not the other way around. Sentinels, we will go ahead and upgrade the walls at. Walls are all maxed out in that position, so we'll go for the Fire Shrine to help out our control.
Ogre hunter.
Rough Key, you come on through.
Defenses mean nothing.
And defenses mean nothing. They're quite close to us. Village just wants to play chicken. He doesn't want peace. That's fine. We will let him claim back the granite spikes.
Greasus,
And unfortunately, this camp has to go because we need to stop the followers of Zartuk here. We'll come back in an ambush stance back behind the granite spikes. If they decide to come on down and claim said spikes, then they're locked in place. We can finish them off and force peace that way. A lot of our settlements here.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Where we can upgrade the camps to do so.
Tyrant.
Really, we're out of luck. Any upgrades to be had down here at our brand new camps? Or the one at Flayed Rock?
Tyrant.
Absolutely. 3k for the bounty shack. And then we'll upgrade the Shadowstone Isle to max out this port. And then we can grab a quick pay chest store as well.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Well, we are likely to be attacked by the High Elf, so I'm going to stay here. Even though I would like to actually send him up and have him join. His Morn Fang are going to be quite bored. Hero still needs movement. Good old Rot Teeth.
Butcher.
Sending you to figure out which hero we have to assassinate.
The hunger.
We'll find him.
Got a feast.
No buildings to be had down here, except for I might chuck in growth just so we can work towards tier 3 faster. Immediately contradicting myself, we'll do some building. See how the blue boys respond. Astragoth wants us to join his war against the Dolgan. Not yet. Alright, Gorger Rock is the next to fall, and you will be avenged.
We're going conquering.
We're going conquering. No, not really. And correct, Vrag is now the next to be hit. That is a lot of fire glaives and a couple of hell cannons. Again, we have no chance here. Let that one go.
Large and in charge.
Our empire is starting to be worn away at little by little. Village moves on over. Chances are, though, he is going to retreat the second we try to come over here and stop him. Come on, Village. Don't be a coward.
Always wins.
You know what you are, but don't do it. See, I'm completely content with following you and finishing you off, though, so we'll have the Bloody and Raw, the extra melee attack, and then the end for the Curseling. Decisive win, low casualties. You better be kind. This should be an absolute stomping. We'll have a pre-battle feast to make sure it is so. We lost a few there. We will not replenish. We'll just go ahead and have some... not even... That's no replenishment at all. All of Village. Join is separated, so for Greasus himself, they've got more winds of magic and more melee defense. Back into friendly territory.
Remind me legendary. Must feast.
Foolish chaos. Renowned and feared for an even further drop to our upkeep.
Trade lord. Tribe state.
We're all else. Let's go for damaging of the walls. Magic Hunter. Final point. Fleet-footed. You were a speedy Stonehorn now.
The tyrant always wins. Always.
Good thing here with you. Let's go for that final point into speed. He's going to march. Back over towards the granite spikes, and even if they attack us, we should be able to fight them off, no problem. That one dealt with. Now we continue to reclaim our lost territory here.
My gut is law.
Or we take from them. Which I like a little bit more.
Follow the
Before I make that call, though, Glondog, you come on in here and do some scouting. But hello, Azag. It appears as though you were experiencing a bit of player bias. Hide it behind this geographical landmark. Glondog up a little bit north. Veil of Woe is surrounded by a whole bunch of easy to slay hobgobbos. Move on in. Give this one to the auto-resolve after having a feast. No problem. We'll go ahead and loot and occupy. The more land we take from them, the more they're hurting in terms of their economy. as everything needs to be more balanced for the Chaos Dwarves. And with that, though, I am going to be out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by our Greasus Goldtooth campaign. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember, leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub thon. See you on the next one.